Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Chadi and we're going to continue on our little secretary desk. As you will know, we did this yesterday, the previous video, and I went and gave it 2 coats of Mod Podge, and then after it was good and dry, I then went over with a watered down acrylic paint, and it's this one I got. It's called Chocolate Bar from Apple Barrel, and I got that. I'm pretty sure I got it at Walmart, because that's the closest to me. But other store has this anyway. And when I watered down, I really like this look. See how kind of a, I don't know, stress kind of a look. I like that, so that's how I'm gonna do mine. Okay, you can paint it any color that you want. As I said, I did my other one in the yellow, and it's turning out so cute. I got the legs now drying, so I will show it to you, when we get done with this, the whole video on this disc. Anyway, just do that, and then I gave it some white, just clear wax. Actually, I got this Home Decor folk art, and I'm not sure, I want to say I got this at Walmart. It's either that or Joann's, but I think I got it at Walmart. Anyway, so I gave it the wax, and I polished it with a little bit of a fabric, and it did beautiful. See, can you tell? It's not really glossy, but it has a little sheen to it. That's what I wanted. I didn't want any, really glossy. I did that on the the whole tree, and it's, to me, it's a little bit shiny, but anyway, it's fine. So once we get that done, I'm just gonna put it aside, and now we're gonna construct the actually the desk. Okay, so we have 2 sides for the desk, of course. This is one side and the other one, and this is what they look like. Okay, we have a back. It's 2 by 2. Okay, now the sides are, let's see, 1 5/8. I believe it's by 2. And this little bit where the drawer is gonna go, or actually the top is gonna go, is just 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so if you have some kind of a drafting paper, the little squares on it, it's really easy to do. If you have, like I said, I didn't have a pattern. I just went along and kind of eyeball it, guessed it, and went from there. But however you want to do it. But if you want the, if you want for the size, so there'll be 2 by 1 and 5/8 right here, and 3/4 in the top. And basically then, and from here to here, I believe it's also again 3/4 to this point. Okay, that's where the drawer is gonna go in. And the rest of it, just make an angle from here to here. That's it. And that's the sides. The back is a 2 by 2 square. Okay, so we're gonna put the back, the sides, and they're going to go on top of the back, not on the sides, but on top of it. Okay, and we're gonna get some. I got my wood glue here. Actually, I got it ready so I can do it with the toothpick. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I hope you had a great Valentine's Day. And here we go. And I'm just gonna go right on top of it. And actually what I do best is if I just bring them in here and just do like this. And then try to hold them best you can. Oops. Until they kind of stick to it. And then what I do, I will put some of this tape, so they would, help it stay in there for a sec. Like I said, this is easy to do. This is nothing hard. Let me lay it there for just a sec, and I'm gonna cut a few just to keep them in here. This is so much fun. I did the legs of mine. I had several ways to do the legs, and I got up, I guess it was yesterday morning, and I said, oh, I know exactly what I'm going to do, and it was perfect, just perfect. Okay, let me put it in here. I'm going to come from here, hold it good in there. Okay, like that. And like I said, this is right into the back, okay? And then another one in here. And if you need more, you can, but you know, and I want to make sure I push down so they will stay down. Okay, and there we go. Now, if you need a little more, which I do, a little bit more of the glue down here, in between it, go ahead and do so, and then just hold it, you know, and bring it like that. Okay. And I'll come back in a minute and I'll take some of the, sometimes I'll put a little bottle or something to hold, to kind of sit there until I know it's going to be okay, like this. And it worked just fine too. Whatever. We have to just do whatever we need to do, right? I hope you're enjoying these miniatures. I certainly am having a ball. But I want you to, you know, be able to learn something from it or enjoy them. And y'all been so supportive. Thank you so much for your wonderful, sweet little comments. You don't know how much I appreciate them. And here we go again. We're gonna go right on top of it. I'm gonna try to stay as close to the end. Make sure it's flushed, you know, with even with the other one. And I'm just gonna hold it here for a second. Like I said, this is so easy. I almost feel ashamed. I mean, you know, there's some things that you could say is tedious, but or awkward, but they're still very, very easy to put together, and they're so much fun. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is bring this here. Make sure now that those on the edge, and it's even on the top too. Okay, like so. And in here too. You have a little bit of wiggly time here, not much with the wood glue really once it gets dry. And this particularly mat board, it just absorbs the glue. It seems like a, you know, and before you know it, you don't know. I put glue in there. So anyway, I'm gonna come down in here, just kind of give it a little at the edge of it. So I make sure that it's going to be okay. But we do want to clean that eventually pretty quick before it gets hardened, for the main reason that when we put this piece in here, see, now that we have that in there, I'm not ready to put this piece yet, but see, this is going to fit right beautiful right in here. Okay? So if we have to sand a little bit, we will, but hey, it's going to be just fine. Oops. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is actually put the drawer piece. And I went already cut out the drawer, see? That it has, you know, I just drew my little, you know, a drawer area and the front part of it. And did the size of the drawer that I wanted and everything. So, you know, it worked out really well. I cut it out. I stick this with, you know, the stick glue. And of course, just put that on all of it, and it just, I think by holding it in there, it just makes it easier to cut with a, you know, the scepter knife. I use a heavy duty one. You might want to do, you know, whatever, but that's what I use. It seems to cut faster that way too. So, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take some of this right now with this. Because all of this little residue makes a difference, you know. It can take inches, well, you know what I mean. This is 2 inches wide, so it could be very many inches. But you know what I'm talking about, space. And so we don't want that. Okay, and in this one here, it should be able, now this is the area where the, you know, right here. See how straight that is? Right here? Okay, this is for the drawer, where the drawer top in the front of the desk goes. And I'm gonna put it all like this together. Okay, like that, and we will do that. I do a lot of stuff, like I say, I learned as I went along, and we all learn, and this is why I'm glad that I did mine, because I'm still learning, you know, and it's kind of nice to do this. Okay, and just gonna put that over there. And this one smack right over there, and of course we want it right at the edge. So I'm gonna bring, I think I'll do one first and then do the other one, maybe. But see how the glue already went in, and it don't leave you any it is what it is, you know, but we'll just do it again, and usually the second time takes it better. Okay, let's see if we'll do that one. Oh yeah. Like I said, I don't know why it does that, but it does it. And it's flush with the, you know, with the bottom too. You want to do that. And then I'm just going to put that in here until it gets set, good and set. See, one nice thing about the wood glue is that actually it will dry fast, you know, and it's going to be fine. And I'm just going to put some more in here. And I wanted to put it on there. You probably are thinking, so what is she doing there for her craft room? Well, I want that little desk in my craft room. Well, this one actually is going to go in my little granddaughter's, great-granddaughter's dollhouse. You know, I'm working a room at a time, and I'm about done with completely with the furnishings and everything that needs to go in the hallway. I like the little chandelier that goes on the ceiling, and as soon as I get that done, I'll do a view of that, okay? And then I'm going into, I haven't decided I'm going to go to the kitchen or the living room. They're both going to have pieces, so I don't know. We'll see. Okay. And here we go. This is it on the desk, okay? Now, before I do anything to this, before I do anything, this is going to have to be Mod Podge and paint it, okay? So I'm going to do is, I'm going to start inside the Mod Podge, okay? While this little bit here dries enough to do it. And I did this, by the way, pretty much as I went along. I didn't really have to let it dry very long or anything like that. It's okay to, you know, to use it. Just be careful with it. That's all I say. And other than that, it's not hard at all. But this one needs a little more. I tell you, this really takes the... Okay, sweetie. I'm going to put a little bit on the corner. And that may be all the trouble you have and try to get it all together. But like I said, it's not a big deal. But the next thing I'm making after this is I'm working on a disc, and it's going to be really cool. You know, the kind of disc that has the table that comes out of the wall, you know, kind of thing. But you still have shelving in there. Well, I already got it in my head how to do it, which that's a good thing, isn't it? My little pea brain. So I'll be working with them on and off, videoing it and putting it together, of course. But the one that I'll do, because it'll be a quick one, it will be the ironing board. I think I said that before. I need an ironing board for my Barbie, you know, my little girls' dresses, you know, the little Barbie and Dollar Tree doll. And so I just want to make me one big enough that actually everything I would make in there, it would fit. you know, and some extra pieces to go with it so that I can iron on when I make some of the, you know, the seams and stuff like that for the some of more daytime outfits especially, okay? All right, so now we got this, and now I got my brush, and we are going to, let me take this out of the way because we are done with this, not this, not this, and not this yet. Okay, and we're going to, I'm going to put some in here just to get me going. And I'm going to, like I said, and a nice thing about that too, between the mat board that absorbs real fast and Mod Podge also dries very fast, you know, it don't take long, okay? Now you do want it very much good and dry overnight, maybe before you actually put the insert. But by the time we do that, we'll be putting, you know, we'll be doing the drawers and the legs and stuff like that, so, you know, it won't take long. I'm thinking maybe another video will do it. I hope. Because the most curious thing for me, as I say, you know, the earlier video, it was this little piece. I stayed with it all day long. But you know, I was designing it. In other words, I was trying to figure out what was the best way to put it together. You know, how to cut those pieces, all of those things that would make my video to you, my teaching, my tutorial to you much easier. Now I'm going under and everywhere, okay? And see, if you do it this right now, it's best to do it now. It's like the painting, because once we start putting stuff, you cannot, you know, it'd be hard to do it all over. So we want all this finished, so when we insert that, everything is finished and ready to go, okay? There is a method behind my madness, is that right? Oh my goodness. Okay, let me see, let me go to the back. And then also you give a little more stability for the little disc. But let me tell you, by the time it's painted and all this glued and everything else, it's very sturdy. Very, very, very sturdy, okay? Alrighty. And now let me do the outside. I'm very, very careful, take that off and that'll be fine. Because if it's not stuck by now, it's not gonna stick, you know what I mean? So that's why. Okay, there we go. Just be careful with it, don't, you know, be gentle. Be very gentle. But yeah, I'll be working on it all along, you know, and it was fun. A little bit of the, you know, cardboard thing comes out, but it's not that much to make a difference, and we're going to be piling up a lot of stuff, paint and one thing and the other, and it's going to be fine. And also we're going to be, after we paint it and everything, it's going to be sanded when it's dried, okay? Okay, now we're done this. Let me put some more glue in here, see? It just says, I am thirsty, give it to me. But that's going to be fine. Okay. There we go. I just want to make sure it's in there. So I think it is this time, I hope. Just hold it just a sec and then we can continue. But I can, while I'm holding it, I can actually come here and, you know, start doing that. The things we do, don't we? Crazy, crazy, crazy. And I go on the edges, just everywhere. Because this is glued too in a way, and it's not going to affect it when we glue it, you know, to the base or anything like that. Which is one of the things we're gonna do too. We need to, this is the base. Okay, but I wanted to be sure that I got all of this stuff out of the way first. Okay, So now I'm going to glue the base into the base area. But anyway, we're going to do a lot of different things. A little chair, like a comfortable, you know, we're going to post a little chair to go in there. And shelving, of course. We need shelving for all of our good stuff. And I think we're going to, when I get through with the tutorial, we're going to come out with a really neat little craft room, you know. So I'm really excited about it. Oopsie, oopsie. Okay. Okay, and this should go right in there. And it is, and you just kind of have to help it along a little bit at a time. See, it fits right there, really good. And the sides. Okay, it's just, again, like I said, it's the absorbing the what do you call it, the glue. That's probably the most frustrating thing there is. I mean, turn it around the other way, maybe it fits a little better. Sometimes the way we cut it, oh yeah. Sometimes the way we cut it makes a lot of difference too. For some reason. Okay. Okay. I'll go ahead and tape it too so it won't get away from me. That's probably the best thing to do. So I'm going to tape this right here. Oops. Make sure I got it right where it needs to be. Okay. I should have done that anyway. I should have done it. You know me. Forget for Charlie. Okay, and I think this is will work better. I tell you, allergy has been awful around in here. I don't know about where you live, but I tell you, it's just been really bad this year for some reason. I don't know what the deal is. Alrighty. You know what? Why it doesn't fit? Because it's supposed to be inside instead of outside. I remember now. You just love me. It goes inwards. This is why. See, I was wondering why it's not doing this. Okay. Okay, that's better. And I might have to, again, and see, this is when adjustments comes along. You might have to do a little bit of adjusting, but that's okay. I'm not all together there, don't I? I shouldn't even teach. Okay, let's just do it that way now. I think it's gonna be fine. Yeah, I forgot that it's you know, inside of it instead of outside. I didn't know why I was having such a hard time, because it went very easy for me. Now we're gonna put it inside, see? And very careful. Oh yeah, makes all the difference in the world. And just kind of squeeze it in there because it will squeeze in there. And now this is gonna fit just fine. See? There's nothing wrong with me, right? Oh boy, that a little glue and a little bit will not do, right? Okay, let me put it down now. And whatever it comes out that is a little bit big, I will, you know, sand it off and stick it in there, okay? Okay, now, this is basically all we're gonna do today anyway. We're gonna finish that Mod Podge, let it dry, do another one. And the reason I leave this open is so that I can go inside, because I like the inside just as well as finished as the, you know, the outside. And you wanna make sure you get the size especially, not so much in here, maybe a little bit coming in, so, you know, so that you cannot tell on the corners. But you do want to paint it whatever color, whatever you're gonna do, inside and out, really good. But first 2 coats of Mod Podge, let them dry and do it. And like I said, you can liquefy it, you can put a little bit of paint in a teeny bit, maybe a drop or 2 of water to make it loosen it up. And this is how I did it. So when you put it over the Mod Podge, turns out, let me show you, really cute. I'll just do it real quick, just a little bit, just to show you. Because I do want to get that, you know, and just probably about, oops, probably just a little drop because this is a little bit of it, okay? I'm gonna do it in the back because it doesn't matter, okay? So, because it is so light, and I just kind of go with it really good. See, I just swirl it around, and somehow, it just makes a pretty little wood tone, wood look, you know? There you go. I don't know if you can see it, but let me see if I can see it. See what I'm talking about? It really does. It almost looks like, no bird's eye maple, but you know, like a mahogany or something like that. And it's gonna look pretty. And it's not solid. I didn't want it solid to look like, you know, you just paint it off. I wanted to have something like this. So by doing it with water, it does very well this way. Not only that, now you have, if you wanna paint it solid, okay, like I did the yellow one. It's more like a French provincial one, really. But anyway, if you want to do that, dilute your color, and I would even put another drop, just because I wanted it a little more watered down. Let it good and dry, and then no matter how many, you know, layers you have to do to get whatever you need to, you'll have a smooth look if you do it that way, okay? And make sure you get a soft brush. This is a small one, and I really do like it, but it is very soft, and it works really well. Like I said, for me, I just go in there and just swirl it, you know, just like this, because like I said, I don't want a real fixed look or anything like that. I want something that looks like maybe, you know, some kind of wood that has been like that and it's been stained. Okay. Make sure when you do the size that you make sure that you get it all the way to the top. And like I said, just swirl it. Okay. Let's see if I can see it. All right. I like that, and I like that because it looks more like a wood. So, and that's what I did to this one, okay? I think maybe I didn't quite do it as much in this one, but it doesn't matter. Again, you know, it's whatever you like. You got this, or you can paint it any color that you desire. It doesn't really matter, okay? Once you do that, then we'll put everything together tomorrow, okay? Like I said, we'll insert this. If it doesn't quite fit, I think I might have to, I forgot that I had those extra little edges. I'll just go ahead and go back and sand them off, you know, really, really good. And then when I sand it, I'll probably go back and put some of this, you know, so it won't look, it won't show from anywhere. Let me put it that way, okay? So on the next video, we will put this together. I'll show you how to do the drawer and show you how to do the legs to put them in there, okay? If you had another kind of a leg you wanted to do it with, it's fine too. Like I said, this is your project, and it needs to be the way you like it. If you don't want this in your craft room, you don't have to make it. You know, maybe you make some other things. But I think you'll enjoy just to have around, because it is turning out so cute, you know, that and like I said, it's not hard. I'm gonna, you know, work on this. I just have to sand some more, bringing it in and glue it. Okay, then I'll finish it up making the Mod Podge, and it'll be ready. I'll paint it and it will be ready to put this together. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video.